Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Fire Emblem New Mystery the Emblem. In the last episode, we, in one fell swoop, pretty much reclaimed the entirety of Altea, leaving only the castle left. Although there is still Archanea still inside the castle, although they're more than likely afraid, and they're pretty much cornered inside the Altean castle. So, with that, as long as we reclaim our homeland, we can then recuperate, and then we can make a full-on frontal assault on the Archanean Empire. So, basically, we're getting closer and closer to the end every single chapter, because there is only 24 chapters, and we're basically on the home stretch. So with that, let's get into Chapter 16, Reclaiming the Capital, and there's also an unlock here, because we can get to Chapter 16X, as long as we do a certain thing, and thankfully we actually have that requirement. So as long as you have your My Unit / Kris or Spooks in this case, as long as they are promoted and level 5 as a promotion unit, you get the chapter already. Or you can get the to the end of the chapter by basically 18 turns on normal mode, and then I think 21 on hard, and then so on and so forth. So basically it's a pretty easy one to unlock. So, with that, we technically already have Chapter 16X unlocked, but we're going to try and go for the 18 turn thing anyways, since it usually doesn't take us that much to get to the end of these chapters anyways. So with that, let's get into Chapter 16, Reclaiming the Capital, and let's see what we gotta do here. All I know is we're finally inside the Altean castle again. We're finally going to be able to reclaim this, as long as we play our cards right. But let's do this. It was a fierce battle like no other. However, Altea has been liberated, yes. Our homeland has been liberated. Only the castle remains. If we regain Altea Castle, where I was born and raised. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for believing in me. Tears shimmered down Marth's face, and the girl who gently wiped away his... Oh, okay, I was confused for a second. And the girl who gently wiped away his fears couldn't stop her own. I'm guessing Seda. Or it could be Mauricia, who knows, honestly, at this point. Because Mauricia, although we did have the supports basically telling her that Marth is already taken, technically she could still be a part of that, because it doesn't specifically say who the girl was. So honestly, it could have been either Mauricia or Seda there, to be honest. But other than that, let's actually see what we got here. Spooks, we've returned at long last. We're back where it all began. Yeah. It's a curious feeling. It feels like yesterday that I first stepped foot here, and yet it seems so far away. Yes, I remember. When you first arrived here for training, you had no experience of battle. And now, you haven't really changed very much from how you were back then. Spooks, you must work harder on the battlefield from now on. I'm counting on you. What are you talking about? What? Are you talking about strength? I'm a mage. Come on. I don't know why Yagan is so critical on a bunch of this stuff. I think he changes based on certain, requirements. He actually changes his dialogue. But what? We did perfectly fine. I don't think we did anything bad, but he did change a couple times when we had the drill grounds one. He noticed that we ended up actually using the drill grounds quite a bit and actually won quite a bit. So, I'm pretty sure he changes. I don't know what the requirement is to actually, make him proud, because he definitely has some. I just don't know how they work. And I'm not going to go out of my way to try and get every single one. I'm just confused why I'm being, basically, him saying we didn't do much growing, even though we clearly have. Because Spooks is the strongest person on the army, so I don't know why he even said that to begin with. But with that, let's go through our 3 things. We also have the first support for Zane as well. But other than that, we got our 2 ones that come with the chapter. So, let's start off with Astrum. Spooks. It seems Astrum is among the enemies inside the castle. Are you familiar with Sir Astrum, Sir George? Yes, I've known him for a long time. He's not a bad fellow, but it seems blood rushed into his head when he heard Altea had betrayed Archanea. Charged with pursuing us, he has pursued us relentlessly until now. There was no way he'd listen to us then. However, now that he's charged with the castle defense duty, He might listen. I'll try and persuade him. However, wouldn't that be dangerous? Well, honestly, could be. Could very much be. But you never know, maybe we could get him. I've known him for a long time, so I know his personality well. Leave this to me. Okay. And then we got our current status for chapter 16, so let's see what we got. Altea is under our control once more, but a lot of... If I can actually get it. I don't know why I'm trying to say long. But a lot of things have happened between then and now. We swore to take back our homeland from Archanea, but couldn't return right away. Without a way to defeat Emperor Hardin, we had no choice but to flee to Caden. Seeking the Light Sphere, we traveled through Wanri's Way to obtain it from Lord Goto in the Ice Dragon Shrine. And then finally we returned to Altea. The time to fulfill our oath draws near. All that's left is to recapture Altea Castle. True. Okay, that's pretty much a recap on the last few chapters, honestly. So, let's get into Zane and Spooks. Honestly, I actually wonder how this is gonna go. Sir Zane? Sir Zane? Oh, come on. The War Council's about to start. Just where's Sir Zane gone? Oh, come on. The War Council's about to start. Just where has Sir Zane gone? Huh? You too? I am Spooks. I'm Spooks. It can't be. Damn. Then this must be an illusion created by the Dark Pontifex. I won't lose to an illusion. Prepare yourself. Hey, wait. And there we go. Well, that was an obvious one, but still. Well, since his imitations, basically, he can turn into anybody, I think he can also imitate their voices, so I'm trying to stay in character for him as much as possible by actually doing that character's voice as well, so it's basically Spooks talking to himself, or me in this case, but this Spooks is much different than me. Well, we already know that, so I like to just say it as me, because that's the whole point, was just since it's a my unit, you can basically place yourself into the story, basically. Although he's not exactly you, because he has a much different personality, unless maybe you have the same personality as Kris. You never know. There could be people out there that has the same one. But I definitely don't have the same personality as him. But with that, let's actually do this. Don't hurt me. It's me. Couldn't you tell it was a joke? Sir Zane? Hey, you and Princey take everything far too seriously. So I thought I'd try and lighten the mood. But it looks like my joke backfired. I thought you were gonna kill me. Forgive me? But Sir Zane, you should cut the bad jokes. Well, I didn't mean to any harm, you know. I just wanted to put my special ability to good use. Honestly, I do like his ability. Check me out. I look exactly like you, don't I? Well, you might be right, but... Aw, shucks. I thought I looked the same, but I guess I was a little off. Huh? Where? Well, I look a little bit more manly. The real thing looks a little lame compared to me. Wow, that's rude. Please leave me alone. And there we go, there's the first one for Zane. I'm actually happy with that, and that's actually pretty fun. I actually like that support already. So we're already gonna have a bunch of tricky moments with Zane. So yep, this is definitely worth my time and investment into Zane's character to get his supports. Because we did end up taking Roderick off the team in order to go with Zane's supports. So hopefully it's worth it, because we don't really need 4 paladins, let's be honest. I could have turned Roderick into something else, I guess, but... Or someone else, or on top of that, maybe turned Camus into a Wyvern Knight or something. But honestly, I just wanted to play it the way I was. So, with that, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make sure everyone's in the right spots. And also, I did promise you guys that I was gonna use the arena in the last one, and we actually have money now. So, I actually ended up farming up some money. I used Zane, so all the levels that we gain from the arena are basically null and void, because Zane doesn't use his levels, basically, because he doesn't get a weapon rank. So he has to turn into someone in order to get stats. So even if he has stats of his own, it really doesn't matter as long as he gets like defense or resistance when he turns back into his normal mode. That's the only time it really matters. That and his HP and speed. That's basically all that really matters when it comes to Zane and getting any kind of stats. But honestly, I'm just happy that I actually have money now. I ended up buying a bunch of items since we were basically never able to buy items for pretty much the entire game. I bought one item. That's basically the entirety of my funds used in this game, to be honest. So, with that, I believe I'm going to do a small cut here, then get to where we need to be, and then we'll be right back. So, see you all in literally 1 second. Okay, now that everyone is in the positions I need them to be in, and also now have actual weapons to use other than just iron weapons on every single person, I think we're all ready for this chapter. So we're going to be forced to use George this episode, so Luke is going to stay on the sidelines, he will be back, but we need George, so George has to come into this chapter in order for us to do what we want. We do have 2 recruitable units. One is free, which is right after we press the start button, and the other one is in fact George. So, or not George, Astrum. Astrum is recruitable with George. He has to survive 3 chapters, and we never knocked him out, so we should be able to recruit him with no problems. I'm not 100%, although it could have changed even though we knocked out his heroes that one episode. I don't know if it's going to still work the way I hope it is. So with that, let's get into chapter 16 and see if hopefully Astrum is still recruitable, because honestly, I don't know how it's going to work. So, let's do this. How disgraceful. They let thieves inside the castle. What if they've stolen the geosphere? Sire, we've sighted the suspicious-looking thief making his way north. We should capture him before it's too late. Sire, if necessary, I shall recover it. Your orders, my lord. So the geosphere, if I remember, is the one that attacks everyone on the map, but it also attacks your own units based on what I remember. I could be wrong. And talking about Dolph and Macalon in the last one, because I was wondering where Macalon was, and he actually just joins in the next chapter, basically, because I thought it was weird that we got Dolph and not Macalon in the last chapter. And it was a little strange not to see them on the same one, since they basically joined at the same time in the original. So, honestly, let's get into this.
Prince Marth, please hold on.
Macalon, did you come here with Dolph?
Correct. Dolph and I are going to be your reinforcements. Archanea has nothing left for me.
As well for Dolph as well.
For the justice that I believe in, allow me to fight by your side again, Prince Marth.
Okay, and welcome to the team, Macalon. And here's our villain for this chapter as well. Honestly, he doesn't look too scary, to be honest. All the other ones looked actually, like, kind of scary, but this guy looks like... Honestly, he doesn't look too bad, honestly. Okay, well, let's see what we get ourselves into.
Lord Willow, permission to, open the door and attack. Wait. Don't be so hasty. Inform me as soon as any of those chests in the treasury are opened. We will sortie the moment.
Sortie? Sortie? That's a weird word.
We will sort the moment. Sortie the moment that happens.
I don't even know what sortie means, okay.
Both the thieves and the Alteans will want their greasy hands on the loot. While they're busy trying to unload the chest, that's when we will take that chance and attack. This is a battle of intellect, not brawn. Don't forget, attack when the chests are sprung.
Okay, so we're going to be attacked as soon as the chests are opened. Well, based on what I saw on the map, the boss isn't visible, so they're locked behind this door over... Oh, wait a minute, talking about door. Oh, can we open that door early then if we really wanted to? I didn't even know... I thought the... What do you call it? It was going to open up immediately. Okay, so there is one thing we need to do first, and it's this thief over here. And we also need to mark off where Astrum is on the map, just so we remember. So the thief is the one we need to get to first, because the geosphere is important. I don't know what happens when you get all of them, but apparently based on story, as long as we get everything, we save the world. So let's make sure to get all those spheres, just in case. Because I don't know what's going to happen if we don't get them, because we could get like a bad ending, for all I know. So just in case, let's make sure to get this thief right out of the way, just so we don't have to worry about any of that. Because that actually makes things 10 times easier for us. And now we have the geosphere. Not bad at all. Pretty easy, in fact. And let's see what it actually does. Oh! Increases the critical rate of surrounding allies when held. That's not bad, actually. I actually really like that. Okay, we're gonna send that to Convoy, actually. And the reason is because I can convoy that off of Marth if I really wanted to, so I might end up doing that. Okay, first off first is we need to figure out who we want to turn Zane into, and I think the best thing here would honestly be Camus here. So turn Zane into Camus, and then from there, honestly, let's see here. Zane's gonna stay backline, I think, for what I want to do. But other than that, let's see here. We need to make sure that we're moving people in the right ways. We also need to make sure that we get people to open these chests, since there is a bunch of chests that we have on map, so I want to make sure that we get all that. So, just in case, we're going to be careful and smart about what we do. So, Ogma, I'm going to have you get rid of this guy. And then, this is a thief as well, right? So, yes, he is. So, he can throw Camus here. Actually, that is literally the only person on map. Actually, when it comes to paladins, it's literally just Zane and Camus. I didn't even notice that, because Cecile's not even on map either, which is kind of unfortunate, because honestly, I like using all my units, but sometimes you just can't do that, because it's impossible to bring everyone, since some maps are 11, and this map's basically 10, because we're forced to bring George, even though I don't really want to, because he isn't a unit we've been using, and it's kind of weird to be forced to have to use a unit that you're not really wanting to use, because I like the fact that, Marth and Kate and Seda were the ones that were able to recruit every single person in the original game. That was actually pretty cool. I like the fact that you could do that. Although there was certain chapters that had differences, like, Media and Astrum in the original as well, because that one actually made more sense. But it also helped things out a little bit, because then you were able to pretty much, and most of the chapters were basically set in stone. You don't have to be forced to bring like a unit like in this one where George randomly is being brought, even though I normally wouldn't bring him. Like, I would like to use Marth to do that, but like having either or and have like extra dialogue if George were to be the one to recruit him instead of Marth. So other than that, what's the easiest way to get to him? It looks like from behind for George, so we're gonna have him go this way. Can they actually leave the castle? Actually, they might be able to. Where are they running to, actually? Because I don't have any idea where they're going. Huh, that's strange. I actually have zero idea of where they're running off to. Okay, other than that, let's make sure we don't get into range of Astrum, because Astrum's the only one we need to be out of range for. Okay, other than that, let's pull in Camus, like, here-ish. Here-ish, actually. And then we can run Macklin in, and then we can run Ryan close by, then we can put Spooks as close as he possibly can. I'm trying to do this in a way that we don't do this in, like, a really bad way, because if I do this wrong, this could be really bad. Okay. We're gonna have Zane follow behind, but he's gonna hold a javelin instead, because then the sniper will be forced to attack. Okay, other than that, we can heal, yeah, let's heal. Because if we heal Zane, Zane should be fine. Who's the one that actually needs the HP? Okay, that was weird. Okay, let's see here. Okay, both are basically same HP, but Zane's lower, so let's heal Zane up so he doesn't get one-shotted next turn. Get a level for Mauricia. The only people that, other than Zane, that got levels in the last chapter while I was doing the arena farming was Mauricia and Fina, by the way, if you guys were wondering. So, because I had to use Dance to make Mauricia heal 2 times to make sure Zane didn't end up going down while he was playing as Sirius, and also he turned into Marth a couple times. Honestly, it was pretty easy when I was turning into both of them, because then you're not forced to just stay as one form. Okay, so Zane should be fine, he doesn't have to worry, and then Camus should be fine as well, as long as we do this right. I don't think the thieves are too important here. One skill for Zane, honestly, isn't that bad. Okay, silver axes aren't scary whatsoever, but we only hit him once, though, because of the 69% chance of hitting. Okay, other than that, I think we're pretty much fine here. As long as we don't get doubled randomly, or have someone like run it at a Mach 10 speed, I think we'll be pretty much fine here on this map for the most part. I don't know what's going to happen once we get to the treasure chests, but you never know, honestly. Oh, that's where the thieves are going. The thieves are going for the treasure chests. Okay, that makes sense. I think we'll be fine even if they spring those open, as long as they don't get anything we need. Okay, so let's see here. Based on what I can see here, we need to move George further up. Who's the one that can hit us here? Looks like this guy. Okay, I was just making sure that the Mysterious wasn't like too ranged now all of a sudden. Okay, so far so good. We might end up using the Again staff here, just because we might need to do so. But other than that, it looks like we're pretty much good there. I don't think we need to run Marth all the way up there. I was just moving him just in case. So let's run Marth all the way back here just in case, because I feel like we can do this in a much better way. Let's see here. Just need to make sure we're not in range of him, because I can't walk any further because of the fact that there is those enemies there. Okay, other than that, we can go for a free experience gain on Ryan, so let's do that, since that's honestly the best thing we can do here. And then we can probably just end turn and try and figure out from there, because I don't want to scare off Astrum all of a sudden, and the only way I can think of doing so is by not running in there like a madman, because he's going to move, I'm pretty sure. There's no way he isn't. So just in case, we're going to be very careful. And then I think we should keep Katria back as well, in case if one of those, if the chests are opened, and this door opens up and people start flooding out, we'll have people ready. So just in case, I'm going to keep some people back, like Spooks. Yeah, and that should be good. So 3 groups is probably the best thing we can do here. And then other than that, I think we're pretty much fine, because no one needs to be moving. We do need to get Julian closer, but there's nothing much I can do there. So let's end turn and see what we can do here. Well, there goes one of our Master Seals, and the thieves are running in for the free items. What's that? The chests have been sprung. Now open the door. The panicked faces would be glorious. Actually, I was kind of ready for you. I wasn't the one that opened that. Oh, there was reinforcements. Look at that. Huh. I actually didn't expect people from back here to actually attack us, but I did expect this door to open. So what is our boss looking like? Meteor. And he's long range. Okay then, that's kind of scary. Other than that, everything else seems pretty fine here. We don't really need to worry about that. Okay, so what I wanted to do is we run George really close. Okay, so far so good. And then the next idea here was to pull Mauricia back so we can use the Again staff, which will dance him, basically, and then make it so we can move George again. Then we can recruit our buddy Astrum here, making it 10 times easier for us. So let's do this.
Astrum. Well, if it isn't the turncoat George, what form of death would you prefer? Hold your soul, Astrum. Even if you fight here, you've no chance of winning. You would have me surrender? Never. Though I may be the last man standing, I shall fight on, and I'm a soldier of Archanea.
Why do you fight? For whom?
Emperor Halden? I think not. Not for him. For Princess Nina, for Archanea.
Then tell me, was it Princess Nina who ordered you to arms? Do you honestly believe that Princess Nina would wish for a war like this?
She? I have not seen the princess in some time. She has been ill of late. Halden is the ruler of Archanea, and my liege. I have no chance but to obey. Or choice, oops. If I don't, then I betray Archanea, and I betray Princess Nina.
Astrum, Princess Nina entrusted Marth with the Fire Emblem. Do you understand what that entails?
Come again? What are you trying to tell me, George? Are you suggesting that Princess Nina asked Prince Marth for help?
Is there any other reason? Come with us, Astrum. See the truth with your own eyes. If you die here, how would media feel? Live for Astrum, for her, live, and live and face the truth of what has come to pass.
I suppose it is unavoidable, but George, should I learn what this war is, product of Marth's ambition, as Emperor Halden claims? Heads will roll. Am I clear?
Well, he has the Fire Emblem, so we already win this bet. And also, that guy has a, wow, okay. Do I take this chance, or do I not? Honestly, I say... don't do it. Yeah, let's be smart. Let's not do that. Run Astrum into this guy, and then we can get rid of one of these thieves, and then we can run Camus into that bowman instead of chancing the fact that maybe George gets crit there on accident. So just in case, I think that's how we should do it. But we'll do Zane first. So Zane, you're going to come over here, and then you're going to... well, honestly, it's Steel Lancing time, I guess. Because I don't want to waste the other thing. So Steel Lance this, and then we'll have Camus run into the hero down there where Astrum is standing. Because then it will be 10 times easier. Okay, so far so good. And then the best thing here would be to... Silver Lance, I guess, I don't know. I don't want to waste anything, but honestly, we don't one-shot these guys, so there's literally no way of wasting durability here. So let's waste some durability and just roll with it, I guess. Okay, other than that, we do need to deal with the bottom half of the map that's running this way in a second. So let's be careful. Make sure that... is that the meteor attacking us, or is that... no, it ain't. Okay, so someone else is attacking. Good. I just need to make sure of that. And then no one with bows are nearby, right? Even if we have Iote's shield, I just don't want to get hit by someone with a bow. Okay, other than that, it looks good. And then these hammer wielders, I don't know if we have to worry about these guys. It seems like they have 14 strength. I don't know if we need to worry too much there, but just in case, we're going to move Spooks and Marth over here. And then also bring maybe Dolph over here just in case, because Dolph can deal with these guys. And then Ryan doesn't need to go this far in. And then Julian is the one that needs to go and claim all those treasure chests real quick. Other than that, I think we're pretty much done with that side of the map. Ogma, I'm going to have you start trying to run back in, but you have to kind of dodge meteor strikes here, it seems. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready here. So let's put Fina here, I guess. I don't know, honestly. And let's end turn. I think that's perfect, I think. Just let the thieves take items. We should be able to grab them off them as long as they don't run off the map, I think. I think as long as they're inside the treasure room, we can still grab those items. Okay, so it was a swarm user that was attacking us as well. I didn't even notice him. Good thing we know that now, because I actually didn't check for him. Okay, cool. Because swarm users usually catch me off guard. And thankfully, Altea does have the resistance to deal with that. Strength and skill, not bad. I'll take that at any chance we get those. And then these guys actually have no chance at actually fighting us. You'd think his, you'd think Astrum's Knights would end up turncoating and just becoming allies as long as you have Astrum on your team. But apparently they don't do that, which is kind of weird. Okay, so let's see here. The best way I think of doing this part is honestly going in with Ryan, give him some free levels here, because this is like easy levels for him. And honestly, I just like having Ryan get some good and decent skill points, because every time he levels, he gets skill. And he's basically turning into a crit machine every time we get anything for him. So honestly, I like taking anything he can get. Okay, other than that, we can have... oh shoot, we got a big army coming. Okay, so the best thing we can possibly do here... okay, I need to do this right and not wrong. As long as we do this right, we win this. But if we don't do this right, it's going to be really bad. So Mauricia, I'm going to have you actually attack this turn instead of doing something else. Because we actually need you to help us out here in order to kind of thin the numbers a little bit here. Because of the fact that we have some pretty aggressive people making their way over here, aren't they? Okay, I'll fire for both of these killer axe users and a crit for style points. Oh yeah, we were going to knock them out anyways, but I'll take the crit for style. Always like to see that, and a free level for Spooks. Technically 3 levels over the what we actually needed to unlock the next side story chapter, but I'll take it. It's just free. Okay, so far so good. Do a dance here like I wanted. Do another fireball, get rid of the other killer axe user. This is just so we don't get randomly critted here by one of these guys, and the axe wielders tend to be really good when it comes to critting. So just in case, let's be careful. Other than that, I think we should get rid of this guy here. So I'm gonna double javelin this guy and get him off the field, just so we don't get hit by the silver lance and then don't take any free damage that we don't need to take. Okay, Macallan, I'm gonna have you see if you can one-shot this mage, which you can, which is perfect. So silver lance this guy into submission, and that's a 17 damage weapon. Okay, that's good that we actually got rid of him. Okay, other than that, honestly, Marth, you just go for this. He needs some experience anyway, so him fighting off some enemies is actually good. And then it gets the people off our back, and then we can kind of deal with the people inside the throne room a little bit easier. So who's the only other people we have to deal with? Hellfire, and then a swarm user and another swarm user. Silver lance, silver bow, psychic, fortify. Okay, this ain't bad. So the only thing I really see that's a problem is this. Actually, the guy with meteor only has 9 magic. Okay, so this actually might not be even that hard. Okay, cool. He's going to be actually really easy to walk up on, if that's the case, because we can just run at him if we really need to. Okay, so based on what I can see here, let's stop these guys from actually taking items out of the chest. So it looks like we can still grab them. So let's just one-shot this guy and just steal the large bullion off of him for 10,000 free gold. And then make sure Julian makes his way over here, because Julian needs to do what he does best in order for us to get what we need here. Okay, Astrum, I'm gonna have you just do what you do best as well, bud, and just get rid of this guy for me. And crit for style points with the Mercurius sword, which is a regalia item, which is pretty cool. We haven't really used any regalia, so it's nice to actually use it. Okay, other than that, move Zane in as far as we possibly can. One javelin gets rid of this thief, and then basically the treasury room. I don't know why I said throne room there for actually, but the treasury room is now open for business now. And then honestly, since the left side of the map is pretty much ready, we can actually do a save here. So let's save our progress so we don't go too far back when we need to come back if we end up getting randomly game overed any time now. You never know, it could possibly happen. And that's a 38% chance of hitting for Swarm. That's sad. That's actually really sad. But it might end up hitting as long as they double hit me here. And please dodge that. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Now we don't have to worry about going down randomly. Okay, and the other swarm user, your swarm user wasn't in range, which is good. Okay, so based on what I can see here, just run Marth as far as he possibly can. And then we can Steel Lance, double Steel Lance here, I think. Either that, or maybe even Mauricia get the next knockout. Actually, no, I want Ryan to get that, actually. And then we can use our dance on Marth and make him so he's a little bit closer to where he needs to be, which will work out perfectly, I think. Okay, not bad, not bad. Or, actually, wait, no. Move Marth out of range. Just in case if we do end up getting attacked by the swarm user, let's actually be out of range. And then we can heal Marth to gain a point in our staff ranking for Spooks. Other than that, let's heal up Fina here, just in case, because you never know. And then other than that, move Macallan closer. I'm so used to saying Dolph because in the last chapter we did have Dolph. Okay, other than that, the only thing we can really do here is just, honestly, turn Zane into Julian, since we learned this tactic. So now we have 2 thieves on field now, which is really good. And that makes it 10 times easier to go through all these chests in the next 2 turns. So we're going to start running everyone else out of this side of the map. Then we can start dealing with right side, since right side is basically the only thing left for us to do, which is not bad whatsoever. Then Ogma as far as you possibly can go, buddy, because I'm going to need you. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to start taking on the throne room. Okay, swarm users I'm not too scared of, but I don't know what Meteor does, and I don't really want to find out, but we're going to have to find out anyways. Honestly, the safest thing I can see here is moving Spooks two movements closer, doing Fina's dance here, and then running him closer to the point where he can actually fight off with this guy. And then we can use 2 Hellfires here to knock him out, or maybe even a crit if we get one, which we didn't. But honestly, we still got rid of him, which makes the harder enemy here out of our way, because the swarm users shouldn't really do any damage to Spooks here. Other than that, We can run straight in, do a... Let's see here. That would not be enough damage, actually. Okay, so we won't do that. But we can run Ryan in now, though, because he doesn't need to worry as much. Other than that, honestly, just walk as far as you possibly can here, because we really can't make our way in at the moment. Since the swarm users still do damage, even though they... I act like they don't, but they actually still do some pretty nasty damage if we really let them. So just in case, we're going to be careful. Ooh, another Elysian Whip, I'll take that. And honestly, let's just see what's inside here. Ooh, another Rescue Staff, I'll take that. That's actually really good. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to do this. Okay, let's see here. And here comes the meteor.
Perhaps it's time for you to realize the terror of my magic.
Okay, try it out. 19 damage meteor from a level 9, level 9 magic user. Okay. I don't mean level 9 as actual level, by the way. I just mean it as the fact that, he only has 9 magic and he still does 19 damage with his tome. That is terrifying. I can only imagine what he would be like on, the hardest difficulty with that much damage on that tome, just to be honest. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about resistance here for Spooks, because that silver bow actually did quite a bit of damage. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna get rid of this meteor user. That is honestly the best thing we can possibly do here. Just Steel Lance, it's the least like expensive item on her. Well, technically the Javelin is, but I like using the Javelins, and I don't know the next time I'm gonna be able to buy more of them, so just in case Steel Lance is easier, because Steel Lances are easier to find.
Please forgive me, my liege.
Okay, well, see you later, Willow. Nice meteors you got there. Can I actually get one of those? I would like to actually use that kind of weapon. That'd actually be kind of fun to use. Okay, other than that, best thing I can see here is honestly just silver bowing one of these swarm users, get him off the field. And then, honestly, this is pretty much done, because the clerics don't do anything, and there's only one more enemy that can actually do damage to us, and that's a swarm user right here. And we can actually just walk into range where he can't even attack us back. So, just one-shot him with an Hellfire. And honestly, I'm surprised you actually got one-shotted due to the fact that you're a bishop, and you actually have higher resistance caps than I would, because you get free resistance just becoming a bishop. So that's actually kind of funny. Strength, magic, speed, and luck, not bad, not bad. And then, honestly, just run Marth in as far as we can possibly get him, just to make it easier for him next turn. And then, honestly, have Marth go for one of the clerics, I guess, because it's free experience. And then or we could just run for the throne, but honestly, we're just going to go for some experience here, because I like clearing maps, and I don't like finishing a map and not clearing the objective, because the objective in my way of thinking is actually getting rid of all the enemies, unless they're reinforcements. Reinforcements don't matter in my case. If it were any other thing, like let's see here, like they were already on map or something, or literally like turn 2 they spawned and they were part of the map, then I wouldn't mind it as much. But when it comes to reinforcements, I'm really picky on which ones I would stay on the map for. If I was like sitting here just playing it on my own, then I wouldn't mind taking on the reinforcements, because then it's just more experience. But for you guys, it's just watching me like end turn until I get the right amount of experience for every single person. But it doesn't look like we have any more reinforcements, so let's end this off. And we are actually, before we do this, just in case, because I don't know if there's a secret shop here. I actually didn't even check. So I'm going to save here just in case, and if there is, I'm going to actually see if we can buy anything good. Because in the original, there was a secret shop on this chapter, so just in case, it's good to make a save here just in case, because then I can come back and then see if there really is one, and if there's anything I really want to buy, because I don't know if there is anything I need. But, honestly, I guess we'll find out. So, with that, let's claim the throne and end off Chapter 16, and officially unlock Chapter 16X, because we did this in under 18 turns, even though we already had the other requirements. But, technically, I wanted to get the main requirement, which was the 18 turn thing. So, let's see here. Sire, we routed the enemy.
At last, Altea's ours once more. Yes, it's a wondrous feeling, but there's news of Elise.
Maybe. Honestly, we don't know where Elise is either.
Prince Marth, can you hear me? I hate to be a bearer of bad tidings, but it would seem that Princess Elise has been kidnapped by Garneth.
Lord Goto, do you speak truly?
I have found out that Garneth commanded his priests to search for the clerics of noble birth. It is most likely that Lena and your sister were spirited away by Garneth.
It can't be. What does he intend to do with them?
That I do not know, but something foul is on the cards. There cannot be no doubt but Garneth's involvement in the series of unfortunate events.
Lord Goto, where's Garneth now?
I believe Princess Nina is his next target. He is probably at Archanea's palace.
I understand. Then I shall go to Archanea. I still have to free Halden from the Dark Sphere's influence. I will defeat the Dark Pontifex Garneth and rescue my sister. No, I'll save all of them. Okay, and with that, we've officially finished off Chapter 16. And I believe we're about to find out about Chapter 16X now, since usually after that, after like those little story tidbits, we usually learn about the next chapter when it comes to the special ones. So let's see how this ends up opening. Hello, Spooks. It's been a long time since we last spoke casually in Altea Castle. This place holds a lot of memories for you, doesn't it? Your long days of training, not to mention you met Katarina here. Yeah, true.
I'm sorry, I was in a hurry, and... Excuse me, did you come here to become an Altean knight as well?
Yeah, we definitely did. And actually, those are some pretty happy memories, even though she turncoated on us. So hopefully we can eventually end up being friends with her again, but honestly, I don't know how that's going to end up going. Oh, sire, please be careful. Spooks. I sense the same enemy presence at that time. They may already be close.
Sire, we're under attack. It's the assassins.
Begin preparations for counterattack on the double. And with that, we're officially ready for Chapter 16X. And I do know the name of it. It's called Reunion. And I have an idea of who it's going to be because of the fact that there's only 2 left. And there's no way that Amira is going to be the next one. Because Amira's the leader. So we're definitely seeing Katarina in the next episode. Don't know if she's recruitable yet. I guess we'll find out in the next one, because we always read, just in case, to make sure we recruit everyone, since this is basically 100% recruitment playthrough as well. But, you never know. Hopefully she is, but I guess we'll find out in the next one. So, in the next episode, I'll see you in Chapter 16X, our second to last side story episode. And, honestly, I'm actually going to be really sad to see the side story end, because it was actually kind of fun. But, usually those are shorter episodes, so tomorrow will be a shorter episode. So, with that, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Actually, I don't even know if it's going to be tomorrow's episode, I'll be honest. But, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day. Hey, boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.